The purpose of this video is to give you an introduction to the Education Hub and to give you a very brief overview of what we are essentially all about. Now I'm going to illustrate for you here a very familiar scenario which I'm sure lots of people can relate to. So here we have a parent going to collect their child from school. This one just happens to be a mum, and she's waiting for her son. And you know, she's doing that thing that parents do where you're mentally preparing yourself for whatever outcome your child's going to have. Are they going to come out happy? Is there going to be something that's happened during the day that you're going to have to address? It's a nice sunny day, so maybe that's going to have a nice impact on her son's attitude when he comes out of school. He's come out, he seems relatively happy. He's happy to see his mum. She's probably going to ask him, "What did you do today?" And he'll give that familiar response that children tend to give of nothing. Can't remember what I didn't do anything interesting. And they'll begin their walk home from school, and she'll continue to try and probe to find out a tiny bit of information about what he did, and he'll continue to insist that he didn't do anything, he won't be able to remember anything, and then he'll suddenly say to her, "Well, when we get home, can you help me with my homework?" And mum, being somebody, you know, she thinks she's quite intelligent, she'll say, "Well, sure." She'll be thinking back to her own childhood. "I've already been through all of that. I mean, how hard can it be?" And then they get themselves home, they find themselves a nice quiet space to work. This just happens to be at the dining room table. Mum sits herself down, she's thinking, "I've got this, I can do this," makes herself a coffee, balances it precariously on the edge of the table. Son sits down, he's kind of willing to work, and then they get started. And she asks her son, "So, sweetheart, what is it that you'd like to have some help with?" Only for him to then kind of start throwing out some buzzwords, some jargon words, which she's not all too familiar with, words such as adverbials, clauses, regrouping within his maths homework, and he even utters the dreaded long division. This completely transforms mum's mindset. She thought she could do it. That precarious coffee falls off the table. She kind of knows what some of these words mean. She did division when she was at school, but what method do they use now? It's probably something she's not too familiar with. Now, the Education Hub is an online helpful platform where if there is a bit of terminology or you're trying to help your child with a piece of homework, you can hop onto our various social media platforms such as Instagram, where you'll find short clips focusing on how to help your child with this area of learning. Now, we're also going to be on YouTube. This is not just for parents, this is also for children, helping them for preparing for a test, preparing for their SATs tests, also for teachers and tutors, anybody in the education profession. You could hop over onto Facebook and have a look at our videos there, where we've hopefully broken down the jargon and explained what some of these grammatical terms, some of these maths calculations and strategies, what they are. And our overall intention is to create less fuss, more learning, as you know, that's what life's all about really, isn't it? So I hope to see you soon over at the Education Hub.